Alright, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and I make Pokemon MMO content here on YouTube, specifically PokeMMO content, because I believe it is the best Pokemon MMO out there by far. Have a little over 5,000 hours of experience with Pokemon MMOs and a couple other thousand with content creation, script writing, reviewing, etc. And today, I'm going to be doing a first impressions, first look at Pokemon Revolution Online. Now, Pokemon Revolution Online came out in around 2015, and it's probably the second most popular Pokemon MMO out there, but from my belief, when I played the game back in 2015, I actually don't think it's the second best Pokemon MMO, but I haven't played it since at least 2017, so it's been, what, 5 years or so? So I'd really like to see what changes have been made, and if my opinion has changed about this cool game. It's so popular for a reason. I'm sure there's a lot of positives to it. Let's go ahead and go into exploring it, and let's find the positives and negatives of a new player's experience only. This is just going to be the first impression, so it's going to be the first couple hours of gameplay. I'd like to at least defeat the first gym. Alright, now when I log into the gold server, I'm greeted by Professor Oak, and he presents me with a character creation screen. I'm going to go ahead and going through this, give my character some sick drip, and I'll see you guys in a quick sec. Alright, looking strong. It looks like there's around 13 different hairstyles, 27 hair colors, 5 clothings, 3 skin tones, and 4 different types of eyes. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with the nice orange jumpsuit and the nice black hair. Show this look. Yep, that's fantastic. Let's see how our story unfolds. Now, the leaves falling do look pretty damn beautiful. I must say, that is a striking, gorgeous entry. I've never been a huge fan of the walking animation in this game. That's also something I probably could have complained about a little bit with Poke1. Now, we do see a Dratini in the water, which it cites, it cites the new player. It kind of drives a little bit of exploration and creation. Let's see if we can go. Can we go talk to this Happiny, for example? They show us a Happiny over here. Are we allowed to just head over and interact with it? Happy. It just talks to us. It hearts. Can we catch it or do anything with it? Just interaction with a little heart. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I want to see if they reward you for exploring. That's always a very classic sign. Very obvious, but very classic sign of a good and well-developed video game is, enticing that exploration very early on. This waterfall. This starting area is definitely very different from a traditional Pokemon game, let alone a traditional Pokemon MMO. So I'm really excited to see how they go about this and how they use this. Let's talk to, it looks like Brock here. My name is Brock. He's the gym leader. I still don't have any Pokemon. So this is how they get us to go talk to the professor. Looks like we're about to have some huge anime fight, meeting him under the waterfall like this. Alright, but let's cross this path. Ooh, the animations, this game does look pretty good. It's very non-traditional Pokemon style, though, which I feel like is one of my few issues with it, where I feel like I prefer Poke1's sort of non-traditional look a little bit better. They are very similar, though, which you hear all the time. Talk to Professor Oak. See this green sparkles. I feel like this has to be something important. The greeting neighborhood. Purloin there. So we're seeing different types, different generations of Pokemon all in one place. We've seen Happiny, we've seen Purloin, we've seen multiple different places. It seems like the loading screen as well, super similar to Poke1. It does seem a little quicker. Interesting how you actually can't go immediately back. You have to take a step forward and then go back. I assume that's to prevent some sort of like lagging or maybe lag switching if people want to act maliciously. Horsey in the water over here. Let's talk to this gentleman. Welcome to the game. This game is English only, please, so only use English in the chat. There are some specific channels for okay, that's good. It's cool that they explain that. I understand. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty fantastic tutorial zone so far. PokeMMO doesn't have anything like this. But they have a more traditional Pokemon start, which I think I do lightly prefer. But I do there's warrant and there's understanding for wanting this fresh sort of Pokemon experience. There's a Mew. What is that? Mew. Oh, it just disappears. Very similar to the Ho-Oh Ash experience at the start of his journey. I see. Oh, wow. We see a Mega Charizard, I believe. I'm not even quite sure. That's not something I'm super familiar with, unfortunately. I think that's Mega Charizard Y, if I'm not mistaken. I do love this little face above. It's Charizard X. I was so close. That makes sense. My mom is absolutely crying in tears, saying she doesn't want me to be hurt or be in danger. Why is there a bench in my room? Aren't I like 10 years old? The GameCube's a nice touch. play Smash Brothers. I was never a huge GameCube fan, but it's a cool little swallowed by Kirby. That's a very, very good inclusion. You know what? I respect it. Not sure what I should use this for. Perhaps probably gave it to me. What is this? Once again, okay, so both of these are telling me to go talk to my mother. Let's go ahead and hit that up. I do want to quickly note how clean the AI is. I actually really like the left side, bottom left AI over here. There's really nothing in front of my field of view right now. There's nothing obstructing anything. I should play around with this a little bit before I venture on too far, but there's been nothing obstructing. I did really like that first small, short little entry zone that wasn't just traditional gameplay. I wonder if it'll break off into mostly traditional gameplay now, or if it'll still be fully original from this point on. We'll just have to see. Let's go ahead and go talk to our mother. Alright, she literally just tells us to go talk to Professor Oak, so let's go ahead and go find him. I assume he's in his little lab down here. Alright, here we are walking to Professor Oak's lab. Is that a repeat ball or something? I don't think it's a repeat ball. What ball is that? 3 Pokemon, 4. I only have 4 left. Is this the Pikachu ball? Is that what that is? Is this going to be Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, the absolute classic? Better look for another. I mean, if you know me and you know my channel, I'm going to be picking Squirtle. Now, Squirtle is pretty damn good, but he'd be even better. I'm not sure how this region will work. I'm not picking Pikachu. No, Pikachu's terrible. Get out of here. I'm picking Squirtle. Squirtle would be incredible. I'm really hoping that it works the same way in PokeMMO. That's not Squirtle. In PokeMMO, Blastoise can learn Shell Smash throughout the storyline, which is really good for storyline runs. And you really need it because it is pretty difficult. So go ahead and pick up Squirtle here. Let's go ahead and see our rival pop in and have a little battle with him. Maybe. We'll see. We'll talk to Professor Oak first. Gonna assume give us our Pokedex. Yeah, talk to us about that. I don't see a rival coming in. We'll see if he pops in. We haven't seen him yet. So interesting. It seems like the rival is not functionally the same as it would be. Or maybe we don't have a rival. That would be pretty interesting. Let's go talk to our mother then, I guess. It looks like she's about to give us some starting money before we venture off on our journey. Let's see how much. That'll be interesting to see. To learn the value of money in this game will be interesting. I don't know how much Pokeyen equates to how much value. It's always different in each MMO, of course. Oh, I have to pick up the items upstairs. Ah, I see. Alright, so the first item on the right is 5 potions. That's quite generous. And 5 Pokeballs. 5 Pokeballs is standard. 5 potions is pretty generous for the early game. I wonder if that means the early game will actually be quite difficult, or if it's just kind of an overly generous. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not too overly generous. Not going to hurt the balancing, but it's pretty nice. I wonder what's with... What Eevee? Is there an Eevee here? They just want me to talk to it? Anxiously trotting around and appears to feel lonely. It looks like it came astray. So this might be similar to Swarms. You get an Eevee from the start? Okay, it already belongs to him. Okay. Sure. So that's interesting. So they essentially mentioned and talked about finding lonely Pokemon that are running astray looking for someone to find. He shoves me. Okay, chill, Jackson. It's very similar to Swarms. Let's go talk to it again. Are you serious? Where's it even at? Do I have to talk to Jackson, I assume? Is he the rival? Ah, I see. Alright, it looks like Jackson is our rival. Now, one thing I think this battle screen, pretty outdated, in my opinion. Like, this battle screen is outdated. It's severely outdated compared to Poke1, and still really outdated compared to PokeMMO, in my opinion. Not a huge fan of this. Is there still no animations in this game? Wow. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I'm not someone who cares about animations. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I do really care about the mechanics and the balancing and stuff a lot more. But I am really surprised to see that there's still no animations in this game after so many years. Take out the Eevee, gain some XP. I usually don't care about this, but wow, the battle does just look so flat. I think coming from a more vibrant game to this, it's a little jarring, but I assume you get used to it pretty quick. I don't think it's actually that big of a deal. Not really a huge criticism. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. If you're going back and forth between games, I can understand how it'd be jarring, but if you're specifically playing Pokemon Revolution Online, who really cares about the animations? It's not a big deal in my opinion. We just talked to this Butterfree. Interesting. We see an Absol up here. Someone riding an Absol. So mounts are a huge part of this game. I do remember that, and mounts are probably one of the coolest things in Pokemon MMOs, in my opinion. I really do wish PokeMMO had more mounts. Maybe we'll see some stuff. This just says Route 1. Interesting. We see berry trees over here. Get a wild battle with Central. Oh my god, the lob of that Pokeball. I did not like the way that looked. That was not very pretty, I'll be honest. Don't love... Yeah, the battles just don't feel good, in my opinion. Maybe there's some settings I can change to make them look a little prettier, but I'm just going to finish up this battle. Not even going to... Maybe I should catch it to be a HM friend. We'll catch it for now, I guess. And then I'm going to go pick up these berries at this tree up here. Look at this catching animation as well, this wobble. I don't like it. This is giving me Pokemon Planet vibes, which Pokemon Planet was a Pokemon MMO that when it came out, it was outdated, and, you know, now it's even more outdated. It hasn't aged well, in my opinion. But we caught 2 Pokemon. We have 2 Pokemon, so let's go ahead and figure out how can we check the IVs? How can we check the stats of our Pokemon? Can we? So if we hover... Okay, so it says the white number is the stat total, the orange is the IV, and then the EVs are blue. I really don't like that layout. That is a very... It's just number. There's no breaking up of it. There's no different screens. It's all one screen. I don't like that. That's a terrible way to display information. Just have numbers back to back to back. Now, anyways, we do have, plus the way they're ordered is so strange. Attack, defense, special attack, special defense, HP last. Usually it's HP at the top, and then speed at the bottom. At least I'm used to PokeMMO's ordering. I don't know if that's how it goes all the way around. So 29 attack, 22 special attack. Pretty good Squirtle. This, honestly, the Squirtle's very good. The 2 HP IV is rough, but this is a very good Squirtle. 29 speed, 29 attack, 20 special attack. Very, very powerful Squirtle. We do get an Oran Berry on it. Let's check our Sentret stats. Terrible Sentret stats, but it does have 31 special defense. Now I'm curious to see how the IV system works in this game. Bashful nature. What was the Squirtle's nature? Careful nature. That nature hurts us. Minus special attack. I'm not mistaken. It's plus special defense, minus special attack. Bashful's, yeah, this is a pretty bad Sentret, but it's have a 31. So in PokeMMO, 131 IV would mean value. I don't know if it means the same in this game. I don't know how the economy is going to deal with that. One of the most difficult things to deal with when making a Pokemon MMO is the economy. It's really, really hard to maintain Pokemon value, since if you can breed infinite Pokemon, they will infinitely lose their value, and you always have that random roll and chance for better IVs and such. The really only way to sustain the economy long term is to do what PokeMMO did, at least the only way that I've seen, and that is to consume Pokemon upon breeding, but also give a more controlled and better outcome. Let's go ahead and talk to these sleeping trees. Is this any sort of indication? You have to have a Pokemon to get them out. Okay, I do like that there's little stuff like that to explore. That is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and keep heading north. I assume Brock's gym is up here. We do see a couple of new players here. What is this shiny Charizard sprite? Some of you might like this. I think this is hideous. Oh, I'm not a fan. Let's keep heading north. Wow, that was shocking. I headed north and west, and I do see that there's the Dream Eater tutor here. You know what? I like this. I like the fact that they highlight what NPC it is over the top of their heads. I think that's very cool. Same with the name tags. I think I'm not giving enough positives. That's a very cool feature. Huge fan of that. Just creates clarity. Not really, I guess it can hurt the sense of exploration to some extent, but I think most of the time it's just going to be beneficial. I like that change. Alright, I walked all the way around this, like, kind of back beaten off path, I guess, and I came over to find this Pokeball. What's inside this? A rare candy! So we went very far out of the way and got rewarded for it. That is very cool. Do we talk to that Pidgey and then get Pidgey in our Pokedex? That's interesting. Now, it's not caught, obviously, but it's seen. What information can we see in the Pokedex as well? We can see all of the different abilities. So they do have all hidden abilities in this game, it seems like, which is something I constantly hear talked about as a positive. But is it really a positive if they're not properly balanced and maintained? That's the question. I do like how they show the gender ratio in the Pokedex. They don't have that in PokeMMO. That's a cool piece of information to display. Once again, I don't like the menuing though in the display. I really wish they broke stuff like this up into multiple pages instead of just trying to cram it all into one piece of information. It's nice how you can hover over this. Free to play membership. Are there membership only areas? Is that what that means? That would be... I do not remember that. That would be shocking. It's cool that it shows the base stats in this sort of like grid-like way. That's pretty interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so I went ahead and checked my backpack just to see what items I had and everything, to see if they gave me items to start with, and they did. They gave me many MS medallions, which give you 3 days of membership, and I have 2 of them. So, I'm not sure what membership is going to affect, and I'm scared to what it's going to affect. If it's just a cute little good thing that's purely just added on, that's awesome. That's super cool and fair enough. If you require membership to hunt certain Pokemon, especially if you require membership to hunt things like Beldum or like Charmander or those rare shinies, that would be a huge red flag. I don't know why. That might not at all be the case. I'm not trying to say that yet. I have no idea. There's a lot to learn about this game still, but I'm just a little worried about that. What is this cactus thing? It's so strange. Let's go ahead and go heal up at the PC, and I guess just continue on with our exploration. Now, they have a Psychic NPC here in the first town, which actually gives you access to checking the hidden power of your Pokemon. And you know what? That's a cool thing. I really like that. It's nice to have an NPC that can just do that super quickly, especially inside of a PC. That's cool to see. Even in the first PC, it's cool. It's helpful. I don't know. It's nice. All right, moment of truth. Let's check out the PC. Oh my god. So there are a lot of boxes. Oh wow. Do you get infinite boxes? 67? How much space does one Pokemon take up? How do I even store a Pokemon? Do I have to drag it? You have to drag it. Is it in box once since I dragged it over? So you can't even choose. Oh, I see. So it looks like a lot of boxes, but in reality, it seems like maybe 3 Pokemon can fit here. And how many rows do we think there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's hard to tell off just eyeballing it. So let's say maximum 15 Pokemon per box. That's brutal. Why would it be like this? Why is the screen so small? Why is the PC so small? Why is the release thing so big? How easy is it to drag a Pokemon? Plus, you have to drag your Pokemon to move them. So how easy is it to just accidentally release a Pokemon? Can you drag it here? If I drop this Sentret and this releases, I will die laughing. Okay, it gives you a confirmation, but that's so funny. You could easily misclick this. You can really drag your... Like, imagine if I'm just quickly dragging stuff over. You could really release it that easily? I'm seeing infinite UI issues with this game so far. I'm really shocked by this for this game being out so long, to have a lot of, at least in my opinion, what I would call really huge AI or UI issues. Excuse me. I really don't like the layout on a lot of things. Now, once again, this is just my opinion, so maybe I'm being too harsh, but look at this Charizard. What was that? The sprite, and it didn't turn when he like went down. Move around, Tempest. Show me that beautiful sprite once again. Show me the beautiful Charizard bod. Alright, so I was interested in checking out the Real World Money Shop, which is actually glowing in the top right corner, kind of drawing your attention to it. Interesting technique. Let's click it. We see that we have 40 cents, 40, whatever it is, 40 currency. Now, the cheapest mount, it looks like, is 50. So it's almost like they give you 40, so you have to buy a little more to be able to buy a mount. Interesting how it lines up so perfectly, alongside drawing the huge glowing sort of symbol to draw your attention. Look, I do not like this. Some of these art styles I like. Galvantula looks really cute in this art style. I love Bouffalon as a Pokemon. I hate this look on him. There's some... I take a lot of issues with a lot of the aesthetics in this game, and maybe that's just personal preference. If you guys enjoy it, more power to you. Now, you can buy some clothes, but they're all 25 cents a piece. So, if you want to buy 2 things, you're going to have to buy some stuff. You can get a shiny Eevee hat. Shiny Sharkle. Honestly, that might be what I spend it on. But then once again, you're having 5 left over. Surf mounts, once again, the cheapest one's looking at 50. Consumables, we've got some XP boosts. Coin capsule. I don't like that these are buyable. Usually stuff like this, like these are just XP charms and amulet coins and stuff in PokeMMO, and these you buy with in-game Pokeyen, not coins. I'm gonna click the get coins and see how expensive these are. All right, it seems like 100 coins is $5. So let's go ahead and look through and see, what that really means. Shiny Charizard mount, $5. Honestly, like, that's honestly a pretty good price. If I'm being really, really critical on this game, I will say $5 for a shiny mount, that's pretty cheap. $5 for a shiny Dragonite, that's pretty cool. I think a lot of people might actually just start this game and just drop $5 immediately because of that. Now, that's probably a little bit of a technique, but it's tough. I am definitely really harsh on games for microtransactions like this, but they're required. They need them. And I absolutely think games should have microtransactions, which is a hot take. But I really like to keep them fair. I like the microtransactions to remain fair. I like them to remain not too insanely flashy, but it depends. Developers need to get paid. People have put their lives into this game. People have worked really, really hard, on this game. They've put their blood, sweat, tears, and time into this game. They deserve to get paid. They deserve to have the server stay up, etc., etc. But it's still interesting to me. The most important thing is the quality of the game in relation to the amount things cost, or in relation to how much they encourage you to spend, etc., etc. And I'm not quite sure. I'm just not quite sure if it's there yet. I can't possibly cast judgment on that, so I'll leave that to you guys. I haven't played this game enough. I'm not going to cast judgment on whether it's worth to spend money on this game, etc., etc. But I'm going to keep playing on. Let's go ahead and just continue on our journey and continue on the storyline. Now, my Squirtle is to level 5, which is terribly underleveled. I'm hoping to find an encounter up here. Check the school. Fine, if I must, old man. Alright, so the school is this building here, which looks really cute. I really like the Plusle and Minion on top of that. Let's go ahead and talk to this girl. I assume this is what I need to talk to. Go downstairs. Okay, so we're going to go talk to the teacher down. Ah, and I see my rival down here. I'm going to talk to the teacher here. Let's see, can we have another fight? Another battle, per se, already? You. Oh, he's so angry. He's so pissed. We have another battle already. That is very funny. He's level 6 now, and I'm level 5, so I am under-leveled. I should just be able to tackle through this, I assume. He's going to start going for sand attacks. That is terrifying. Thankfully, I can just switch out my Sentret and reset that. I'm going to go ahead and go for one more tackle. If he goes for another sand attack here, I'll switch it out and get the reset on my accuracy. Yep, there's the attack miss. I'm going to go ahead and go Sentret now. I'll fight through this battle. I'll see you guys in a quick sec. Shouldn't be too exciting. The Eevee just crit me. I think I might actually lose this battle now. That is pretty funny. Also, the Eevee being a little faster than me is a big deal. I do have an Oranberry proc. That healed a lot more HP than I expected. Let's see if I can get... I'm doing so little damage to this thing. Are you kidding me? I'm going to go ahead and go for a Tail Whip here into a potion the next turn. As long as they don't crit me here, I should be fine. Looks like a crit almost. I'm going to go for this heal. Potion. Squirtle, of course. Should be okay from here. Let's see. Alright, now we are going to win here. I ended up taking 3 potions, and this fight ended up being a lot more difficult than it needed to be. I will say, that is definitely because I didn't take my time. I didn't do enough wild encounters. I was too busy exploring other aspects of the game, and I made a mistake by just not leveling my Pokemon enough, and that was a silly noob mistake, so I'm going to go ahead and beat him up. It's worth those potions to be able to defeat him handedly. I'm going to go ahead and go do some training. I want to get some levels. I want to explore some wild Pokemon, some other encounters, and I really want to see... what's the random chance I can get a shiny in this game? If I recall correctly, I believe the shiny rate is 1 out of 4,000 in this game. I could be confusing with Pokeyen. Maybe there's an FAQ or someplace I can find the shiny rate. I'm gonna go check that out, and I'll see you guys in a quick sec with that information. Now, once again, we see the interact with the nurse and having to click 1 to heal, similar to Pokeyen. I hate that. Just let you spam the interact button. I don't like that. I don't know why that would be the case, but I'm gonna find that shiny rate. Okay, it seems like the Pokemon Revolution shiny rate is the traditional 1 out of 8,192 or so, and then if you defeat some sort of bosses, you can get it upped, or something of the sort. There's some sort of late game benefit or contribution to that, so that'll be interesting to see. Now, I think there's a gym over here. I don't know if this gym is blocked off until late game. No, it looks like I can come over here. Okay, let's go ahead and... let's actually head over to this grass, maybe? I'm getting distracted left and right. Can I go into this gym? This gym is always closed. Okay, so this is the Viridian city of this game. Okay, gotcha, and I can't go up there. Okay, let's just keep heading north then. We went to the school like the old man asked. Let's see if we can pass and go find some more wild Pokemon. Alright, as we keep heading north into, I assume, what is essentially Viridian Forest, the map is a little different, but the way it plays out is sort of the same. It's just the layout is very different. I'm going to go ahead and tackle this Metapod for a million years until I take it out to finally get some well-deserved XP. Alright, in the middle of this battle, I went ahead and scaled up my UI because I just think the game looked terrible without it, so hopefully this will actually look a lot more clear to you guys, and the footage from here on should be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and just tackle this guy into oblivion. It's been a long time. I'll see you guys in a quick sec, though. Alright, the boss battle Metapod has been defeated after 6 hard ups. We get 342 XP, putting us to level 7, close-ish to level 8. Gotta keep pushing on. 20 Pokeyen there. And I see a Scyther over here. I do want to go ahead and interact with him, at least get him in the Pokedex. I don't know if there's any other benefit. Yeah, we get the scene data in the Pokedex. That is quite cool. I do like this little inclusion. It encourages you to explore and gives you a very small benefit to doing so, but you know what? Sometimes that's good enough. Another Metapod fight. See you guys in 10 minutes. Alright, now thankfully, due to the XP of our previous fight, we got access to Water Gun, being able to hit this thing for special damage to essentially avoid the Harden even mattering. But we saw our first animation here. I want to show you guys. I kind of like it. It's wonky. It's weird and it's wonky, and this is a personal taste, but I kind of like it. I think it's funny. It looks like a joke animation, like not. It looks. I think everything about this game, not a joke, but it's just so. This game is almost not Pokemon, which I guess what they kind of have to go for and to avoid legal issues and such. Unlike PokeMMO, which kind of has the loophole that it does, this game really needs to go in its own sort of direction and do a lot of its own sort of stuff. And I don't personally like that experience, but there's a market for it, and there are people who do want more of a non-traditional, refreshing Pokemon experience, as opposed to just the same Pokemon storylines, map, and experience, but with different twists and balancing. And essentially, I think PokeMMO creates the perfect Pokemon game, whereas I feel like these games create a neat little side thing, is kind of what I would call it. Let's go ahead and talk to this Natu, get that Dex entry. And I guess now we're officially in Viridian Forest. It looks like someone wants to battle. Ah, yes. Now this will never change. No matter what Pokemon MMO you go to, there will always be people battling you with, or trying to battle new players with much, much higher level Pokemon to defeat them. For what reason? I'll never really understand. I guess the glory of just smashing someone into the dust when there's, you can only win and there's no chance to lose. I don't know why it's satisfying, but some people just love that. Some people love not having the chance at losing. Let's go ahead and fight this Weedle. Should be a pretty quick battle. Just gonna skip through it. Alright, I was checking out my trainer card, and you guys can actually see my join date. So there must have been a wipe at some point, because yeah, this character is from 2015, which is very cool, around the release of the game. And it's been totally wiped. It's been reset, which is interesting to see. I don't know if the reasoning for that. I don't know if I don't know, but it's cool to see that there is some verification to that. Looks like we have around 36 minutes played so far. It's still very, very fresh in storyline. I will say, just quickly through the trainers and NPCs that I've seen through Viridian Forest, I don't want to be too fast to make this claim. Maybe the gym leader will be a lot more difficult. Maybe Brock will be a lot more difficult. But we're really seeing the difficulty shift from PokeMMO to this game, where these guys are level 4. I'm pretty sure these are like level 6 to 8 in PokeMMO. Level 4 and 5. These are so much lower level than maybe. Are they really this low level in the traditional games? I'm not sure, but these just seem extremely low level to me. These battles seem extremely easy. I'm not noticing any sort of AI strategy. I'm interested to see how Brock plays out. I think that'll be the final test of AI. Sort of how good are they? What's the difficulty? What Pokemon does he have access to, etc., etc. Quick little point of positivity, the animation for opening the Pokedex is really fucking clean. Look at this. I really like that. End it closing, that's really slick. I actually think that's an incredible animation and creates some immersion. That's very cool. Huge plus there. So I was trying to give my Squirtle an Oran Berry. So the way I did that was I left-clicked the berry and I clicked the Pokemon. But what actually happened was it just consumed the Oran Berry on the Pokemon. To put an item on the Pokemon, the way that I found is I try to right click to see if I could see other options I could use in a give or some sort of menu, but I had to drag the berry over to the Squirtle. I don't like how weird the menuing is and all of the decisions and choices with that. It doesn't seem to be any sort of keyboard shortcuts or any sort of thing like that, there's so much clicking and dragging, and there's so much mouse movement and mouse gameplay required for this. It's kind of interesting / jarring to me. I do like this little trainer dodge here. So this guy will actually flip back and forth as I walk into him. I was trying to turn. There's no turning in this game. There's only moving, so you can't actually prepare your character to go in a certain movement. But I liked that trainer dodge. So he would essentially flip back and forth at a consistent rate. So as long as you were skillful or patient or waited, like, you know, there's tons of way to do it, you could always safely 100% guaranteed get past him. That's cool. I think that creates for some really consistent speed runs and just sort of interesting gameplay. I'm a big fan of that. I will say a cool little difficulty thing that I just encountered that I didn't get on camera, unfortunately, was I encountered a wild Weedle, and it used Bud Bite and actually ate the Oran Berry that I had put on my Squirtle. So you know what? And this one's using that as well, Bud Bite. You know what? That's pretty cool. I do think it's pretty funny when they kind of punish you for using all of your resources like that early game, but also not planning around stuff like the Weedle, the Bud Bite. I think that's pretty funny, pretty interesting. I kind of respect it. Hopefully this isn't a speed tie. There we go. We do finish that off. But yeah, that was pretty funny, pretty interesting to see. I was worried that my Squirtle was getting over leveled. Now the level difference became very strange because I'm actually going to switch my Sentret to, because it has runaway, so it can for sure run away, whereas my Squirtle had already failed to run away from something once, a wild encounter. I need to go heal up pretty badly here. It seems like maybe the difficulty is spiking a little bit or evening out, but I feel like I was battling level 5 Pokemon for so long, and then all of a sudden I was against level 9s and 10 Weedles. I don't understand what happened. It's weird that it jumped from 5 to 10 as opposed to like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Obviously, doesn't have to go through each of those numbers in detail, but I am really surprised at how quickly it seemed like it just jumped from 5 to 10. Let's go heal up really quick. And what level is our Squirtle? 10? I might get him to level 11 or 12 and try to take on Brock. But maybe it's worth just to go ahead and try to take him on at a very low level and see if we can cheese it and see, you know, really get a taste of the difficulty. All right, here we are walking into Brock's gym. It looks like he has one trainer ahead of him, so I should be able to take him on. Honestly, get enough XP on my Squirtle to bring him up to level 11, possibly close to 12. Maybe I'll get the level 12 level up during Brock. The pacing in terms of XP up until Brock has honestly been pretty good. Now here is something, I actually remember this mechanic, but I forget how it works. We see question mark level next to the Geodude. I don't know if that means, oh, we just about to one-shot him though. I don't remember if that means he's higher level than us or why it does that. But that is really interesting. It's really, really interesting they do the question mark level. I'm not sure if I like that mechanic or not, in all honesty. That gave us so much XP. I'm a little worried Brock is going to be too easy, but the fact that I can't see their levels makes this interesting. I don't think Sandshrew has Sturdy. I always think it does, but I don't think it does. Yep. I always think Sandshrew has Sturdy, but it doesn't actually. I just always forget. So, super easy battle against the trainer leading up into Brock. I haven't been spending a lot of time leveling. I've battled some trainers here and there, and that's it. So much experience. Wow. I'm going to go heal up really quick and then come back, and I'm surprised about all this experience. Bubble. I believe Water Gun does more damage. I think it's 40. Bubble's 30 in this. Or 30 PP, 40 power. If I remember correctly, Bubble is just better Water Gun, because I think Bubble has a chance to lower speed stat, whereas Water Gun doesn't. I think they're both 40 base power moves with 100% accuracy. Bubble just has a chance for a side effect, so I'm going to go ahead and teach Bubble over. Going to go heal up really quick, and we'll see how easy or how difficult this Brock fight is going to be. I almost went all the way around, like down south and everything, but there's actually a little jump thing here, so that noise is pretty awesome. That's the same noise from Pokeyen. This game has so many similarities to Pokeyen. I've heard stories. I don't know if it was a different group of developers that went from Pokeyen to this game. You really see a lot of, you know, similarities and stuff like that, so it would make sense. I don't know if assets are stolen or if they are borrowed or traded or if there's some sort of understanding between the games. I'm not quite sure. But let's go ahead and head down over to Brock. Time to take on the first gym badge. All right, here we are. Wish me luck. We're here at Brock at 48 minutes, which is pretty surprising. For those who watched my Pokeyen first impressions, I think I finished Brock after, like, maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, but I think it was 2 or 3 hours. I think I played the game a lot longer before getting to this point. This was a lot quicker of a journey. So let's see if the difficulty sort of shows that. Now, I know there was a really difficult trainer leading up until Brock's gym in Pokeyen. And I was really worried the difficulty in Pokemon would actually be too great. So let's see how Pokemon Revolution Online compares. We take out Geodude. Let's see what he brings in here. We do have a Super Potion in the bag, as well as a Rare Candy, which I don't think works in battle. Let's see what he brings out. So it's just the Geodude and the Onix. Very typical. I'm curious of Rock Tomb here. I'm going to go for the Bubble here and proc his Sturdy. He has Smackdown. Gonna do some damage here. Doesn't quite kill, of course. Now, I didn't see Smackdown or anything, so I didn't see any sort of, He has an Oran Berry. That's cool. I think I just go ahead and Super Potion here. And then Bubble to victory. This difficulty is really giving me... He's faster than me, of course, so I have to potion there. You could crit here and possibly kill me. This difficulty is really giving me traditional Pokemon vibes. Like the bubble animation is pretty cool, not gonna lie. This game feels very easy from a storyline standpoint. Some people prefer that, some people don't. There's no right or wrong with that. It's not like a negative or positive critique inherently. That is just how it seems to me. This seems like... Well, that's a very cool sound effect. That was pretty cool. That was pretty satisfying. I will say it does seem like this game follows the traditional level of difficulty of Pokemon, as opposed to the increased AI or increased, difficulty of Poke1 or PokeMMO. I really liked the way Poke1's difficulty seemed to be curving out, and I generally like the way PokeMMO's difficulty works. It's pretty fucking hard, and it's fun sometimes. We walk out, we talk to this guy. He just talks to us for a second, that's it. Interesting. And that's the first gym badge. That felt so weird. I think the most satisfying part of getting the first gym badge was the sound effect, not actually getting the badge itself. I have no interest to keep playing this game. Usually I would actually play further after this and keep going, since I like to have my first impressions. I wanted to at least be up to the first gym badge, but I want them to be in more detail and more in depth than that. But I'm not enjoying my experience here. I'm not enjoying the game. Pokemon Revolution Online is a game that I always hear has a really good late game for a Pokemon MMO, and people always talk about the late game for it. So maybe I'm just missing that. But I think it's really crucial to have a good early game for any sort of MMO. You constantly hear this argument of MMOs get good after 100 hours. MMOs eventually get good. Just put time into them first. But that's a bad argument, in my opinion. And that's something that Josh Strife Hayes talks about. If you ever watch his MMO reviews and such, and his content, he talks about the need and the importance for good early game, because 60% or so, or even higher depending on the game, of the player base will quit the game within the first hour. And I am actually going to be coming a part of that statistics, surprisingly. I really don't think I enjoyed my experience here. I don't think it offered anything different from any other Pokemon MMO, as well as I think it was actually a worse experience overall than both Poke1 and PokeMMO. I truly think both of those games are better. This might be a harsh rating, and a lot of you might disagree with me. And if you find enjoyment in this game, I encourage you to please keep enjoying this game. Now, if you want to try Poke1 or try PokeMMO, I encourage that. But I don't think this game is worth my time. That might hurt a lot of you out there, and I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. I can't wait to get back to playing PokeMMO or even Poke1. I think Poke1 is a fantastic second tier Pokemon MMO, but before the making of this video, I used to always say that my top 3 Pokemon MMOs, and I used to say there was only 3 Pokemon MMOs worth putting your time into, and that is PokeMMO, Poke1, and Pokemon Revolution Online. And there's a ton of other Pokemon MMOs out there that just aren't good enough and really aren't worth your time, in my opinion. And after playing less than 1 hour of Pokemon Revolution Online, maybe it's too short of a conclusion. It's impossible to judge a game entirely. I don't think this game is worth my time, and maybe not worth your time. I want you to come to your own conclusion on that, and just use the information from this video to come to your own, and maybe give it a try and play it on your own, but that's the conclusion that I've come to, and that's what I'm going to stick with. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for daily Pokemon and PokeMMO content. Check out the Discord link down below to join a really cool community and learn a lot about PokeMMO and other Pokemon MMOs. And then finally, if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel and content creation like this, You can do so by becoming a YouTube member for $5 a month, dropping a Twitch Prime or Twitch sub over on my Twitch, or hitting up my PayPal or Venmo, links down below. Thank you all so dearly. Once again, have a good one. Go play some Pokemon today. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for watching till the end of the video. And a huge extra special thanks to all those cool duders who go above and beyond and support the channel and allow me to keep making content every day. You guys allow me to do what I do. Thank you so much. Have a good one.